Hello, welcome back to Salty Sunshine. This is Lisa. I'll be entertaining you for the next however many minutes I can talk some shit. Happy Easter weekend. I hope everybody enjoyed it. Easter is always fabulous. The weather's always good. I can't remember an Easter where the weather was bad or rainy. For some magical reason, it's always perfection. It's so fun. Once your kids grow up and leave the house, it's almost like I'd rather do anything than go to a brunch with a bunch of other kids. You know what I mean? I was invited to a bunch of brunches, but I don't necessarily want to go hide eggs for other kids. I don't know. Isn't that weird? But I mean, I'll do it. But if I can get out of it, I will. I try to avoid churches during these handful of holidays that everybody during the year that never goes to church decides they want to go that day. I did actually go, but I went to the earliest, so it wasn't as packed. I love seeing everyone's decorations. The Kardashians always go all out. My God, those people are so over the top. They must spend $1 million for everything, and they literally probably throw every single thing away. We know they're not eating those sweets, those cupcakes, those cakes, all those huge eggs. All that crap is not being eaten by a soul unless the help is taking it home, which they're probably all on Ozempic too. I mean, what are they doing with all that food? It's so wasteful. That's all I think about when I see their stuff. Some of it's cute, but some of it looks so over the top and exaggerated. So it looks so wasteful to me. I did my infamous walking and reading that I'm so into right now. I go for my walk outside. I take my Kindle. I load that puppy up. It makes my walk go by in a flash. I just love it. I'm so into it. Right now I'm reading my side book. Our book of the month is The Perfect Divorce. And I already finished it. So while I wait for Brianna to finish it, I'm reading A Flicker in the Dark. And I'm gonna go get Shep's book tomorrow because I'm doing my Bravo series, and my next book is Shep Rose's book, Average Expectations, something like that. I'm gonna go check it out from the library. I was almost gonna buy it because it's not on Kindle, it's not on any of the free stuff. I decided to check the public library, and the one right next to my house I think has it. So I'm gonna see if I can go get it tomorrow. I'll be reading that. But walking and reading, if you have a Kindle and you have a cover on the Kindle that has a hand grip, something you could put your hand through and hold it. Mine also has the little clicks. It's fabulous. It's really fun. I can read a whole book and walk. It's great. I really think you should try it. So NASA has a new space mission, which is so exciting. I think they went out on Thursday, if I'm not mistaken, because it was all over the news. It was live. It's pretty interesting. Artemis 2 mission, which has sent 4 astronauts around the moon and back, marking the first crewed lunar mission in over 50 years, which is very cool. They had it live. That's kind of nerdy stuff is interesting to me. I don't know what the point is, but it's fun to watch. What is the point? They have another planned mission, Artemis 3, planned mission to land the first woman and next man on the moon. Okay. But so what are they doing? I guess they're collecting evidence or collecting data or something. It's a 10-day mission, so I guess they'll be back soon. They can tell us all about it. I was supposed to do reality recap this week with Miss Natalie, but she is postpartum. She just had a little beautiful bundle of joy, and she's a little overwhelmed with Easter. So not with Easter, just in general, but Easter piles it on. So I'm giving her a few more days to relax, and we'll do it probably the end of this week. I am going to talk about Wes and Amanda for 2 seconds because it's what everyone's talking about. And I just want to say, I like to be on the side of social media that acts normal and just can opine on things without acting crazy and weird. There's really no reason for people to be sending her hate. Any stranger, first of all, we're watching reality TV, people. Are we forgetting that you literally put it on to watch toxic people act ridiculous, and then you're appalled when they actually act ridiculous in real life? That's first of all. Second of all, can't we just talk amongst friends and say what our opinions are without taking it personal and acting like a freak. You don't know these people. Amanda didn't betray you, and neither did West. And we could just talk about it and not direct any hate towards anybody online because that's weird. You're a weirdo if you do that. And if you find yourself doing it, you should stop because it's weird. And on top of everything, this Scamandival, they're trying to call it, has nothing to do with Scandival. Scandival was Ariana and Tom had a 10-year relationship, and he was cheating, actively cheating on her behind her back forever with a girlfriend of hers and a friend of his. So that's not the same as Sierra hooking up with West 10 years ago and never getting over it. And they were never in a relationship. Yes, Amanda betrayed Sierra because it's girl code. Fine. But it's not the worst thing in the world. People have to relax. Kyle is also a victim. You know, it can't feel good to him. I mean, Wes is his friend too. We don't know the details. Apparently, rumor is that Sierra hooked up with Wes recently while crossover with Amanda and Wes. So that's disgusting. But Sierra is the problem, people. Now, Amanda, like, she needs to marry West if this is true. If it's the way we're seeing online, she needs to marry West because, you know, I don't know, maybe she doesn't consider Sierra such a good friend, although it seems like she does on Summer House, but what do we know? If you're gonna lose a good friend like that and ruin your reputation online, you gotta stay with the person. Now she has to have babies with him, she has to marry him. That's her only choice. Because if you took such a risk, it has to be worth it. And it's not worth it if it's just a fling. And then maybe it might be worth it to her to lose Sierra as a friend. Although she might have lost Paige as a friend too. Because who knows how Paige is seeing the situation and how she feels about it. All they said on the Giggly Squad, Hannah and Paige, they didn't talk about it, which is very freaking annoying. You have a podcast. Why don't you just spill the beans? Like, say what you really mean. All they said was Sierra's a strong woman and she's great and blah, blah, blah. And they didn't mention Amanda at all. And everyone's taking that as Paige hates Amanda. And it's so stupid. Just say what you gotta say. They didn't say anything, basically. They just said she'd be okay. And that's it. And they're aware of the situation. Obviously, their group chats are way more interesting than what we're seeing. But back to Wes and Amanda. They were photographed outside of Amanda's apartment. She was trying to walk a dog, and Kyle was giving her a hug. Kyle is coming out that he's being super supportive and worried about Amanda. What does that tell us? Kyle doesn't give a fuck about Amanda. Not give a fuck like a friend. He doesn't. He has no romantic feelings for her. That's what that tells me. Okay, they've been done for a little bit. He's accepted and over it. He's probably already with someone else, and he does sincerely feel bad for Amanda. That's what that tells me because when people are invested emotionally, that's not their reaction. I mean, yeah, he can maybe feel for her, but he'd be pissed too, and maybe he wouldn't publicly say it. But I definitely think he's out DJing. He's trying to promote Loverboy now. I can't believe they don't sell Loverboy in Miami. I tried to order it and try to find a store. There's not one. The closest is Orlando. They don't sell it in Miami. That's crazy. Miami is a drinking party town. So why don't they sell Loverboy here? I think Kyle's over it. They're just good friends. They've probably been roommates for a while. And I think this just proves Kyle was right. Amanda is lazy. When he called her lazy on the beach, he's like, you're a fucking bitch and you're lazy. She's lazy. She couldn't even go out and find another man. So she took whatever was close to her. I've said it. I'm joking on the sly. I mean, I'm joking, not joking. I just think Amanda is also unpleasant to be around. She's like a bump on a log. She just seems so between the Prozac and whatever else, not eating. She has no energy. She really does seem lazy and she does seem turned off. Like the switch is off and nobody wants to be around that. So Kyle's a nightmare too. Don't get me wrong. But I don't know. We'll see. Is Wes and Amanda the real thing? They're saying Wes is dating other women, that he's a player. Kyle said that he's a smooth talker and he's playing Amanda and all this stuff. But it's just wild. I just think it better be worth it and everyone needs to calm down. And that new show in the city with Kyle, Amanda, Lindsay, maybe Carl, maybe whoever. I don't know. I don't think it's started to film yet because I hope not. Because if we watch stuff without knowing all this information, it would be weird. But to be continued. They're gonna have the reunion soon. Amanda says she's definitely showing up. I don't think Amanda's as distraught as everyone thinks she is. She looked fine when she was walking the dog. She's probably just annoyed. And the best part of this whole thing is watching Dave Portnoy get online and now he wants to do a whole series of what do you call it? I don't know, gossip on the beach or something like that. He wants to sit on the beach with his snakeskin tan because he just sits out there and roasts. I don't even think he wears sunblock. I hope he does, but I don't think he does. He sits out there and roasts on the beach, and that's what he wants to do. And now he wants to get online and do a series of gossip since he's not on the podcast anymore with Brianna Chicken Fry because he came out talking about West and Sierra. He knows who Wes is because he tried to do a podcast on his network and it fell through. And but he doesn't really know these people. He doesn't watch the show. He doesn't know the history, and he's trying to talk about it. It's like watching your grandpa or your dad talk about something. He has no idea, and he's trying to put the pieces together, and it's really funny. He has no idea, and he's trying to know. And Bethany Frankel did the same thing. Dave Portnoy and Bethany Frankel are trying to come out here. Don't press record and talk about a situation that you really have no idea what you're talking about. That's the most annoying thing. I don't know why anyone would watch that. I mean, Dave's funny, Dave Portnoy, and he actually had the juice because Brianna Chicken Fry apparently back in the Super Bowl was saying that he's known that Amanda and Wes have been hooking up since the Super Bowl because Brianna Chicken Fry told him. And I know that Wes was at the Super Bowl with Sierra, but maybe Amanda was there. I don't remember. But I know they were there, but maybe as friends. So this has been going on for a few weeks, obviously. And so he comes out and talks about it, and then Brianna Chicken Fry's like, "Oh my God, someone take his phone away." And then Bethany comes out and tries to talk about it. She has no idea what the hell she's saying. It's painful, guys. It's painful. When you, at least I come out. I come out and I know, I watch it, so I know what I'm talking about. And I would hate to be a Bethany Frankel that comes out and talks about things she doesn't know anything about. I think that's funny. I don't want to be the clueless old lady. Taylor Frankie Paul. She came out and did her first TikTok since all this mess. And I guess she's back with her first two kids, her daughter and her son. I don't think she's allowed to see Dakota and her son yet until they go to trial or court or something. But she came out, she did a TikTok with her daughter. Her daughter is doing the video and she's in the shower pretending to sing. I don't know. Is it too soon? Is she making light of the situation? I don't think Taylor cares. My honest opinion, I don't think she cares. I think this is normal to her at this point. She's a toxic person. So is Dakota. And I think she just wants it to blow over and go back to making her videos. I really do. Dakota also will not be, his scenes in Vanderpump Villa will be cut out. I don't really give a crap about watching him, and also I don't watch Vanderpump Villa. So this does not affect me, but they're taking him off. Why? I don't know. I think Lisa Vanderpump came out and said she doesn't want the extra negativity or drama that comes with like airing him. Maybe people will get mad at her because he was part of this. So she decided to just cut him out, which is fine. Who cares? Laguna Beach Reunion. It's coming April 10 on Roku. You can watch it for free. I'm excited. I don't know. It's very nostalgic. I used to love that show. And it just seems fun to see where everyone's at, see what they're doing, what they have to say about it. Alex Cooper. So Alex Cooper has two new shows. I think there's a reality competition type show that all these reject reality stars are on, and it's going to be on YouTube or something. And Unwell, Alex Cooper's production company, whatever it is doing it. Dakota is on it. Gleb from Dancing with the Stars, which both of those guys are known to be D-bags. He dated Brooke Nader, and he was terrible to her, apparently. and then Demi from SLOMW, and all these other rejects. Oh, the girl from that movie that she conned everybody. What's her name? She was on Dancing with Stars with an ankle monitor. Forgot her name. So a bunch of rejects are on this competition show. Won't be watching that. And then she also has a show that's already out on Netflix called Overboard, Love Overboard or something. It's a dating show. So I haven't seen it yet. I can't bring myself to watch it. I don't know why. I feel like I won't like it. I did hear three of the girls on Vile Files, and just listening to them talk, I didn't really watch it, I just listened to it. They annoyed me the way they speak, so that already makes me not want to watch it even more. So I probably won't watch it. Let me know if you guys like it. I know the concept is a little different. They're on a yacht, and if they get paired up in a couple, they stay above whatever as guests. And then if they don't, they have to go below and work the boat and be part of the staff. I don't know. It sounds might be interesting, but I don't know. I guess I'll give it maybe half a episode watch and see how stupid it is because it sounds kind of stupid. All these dating shows that are coming out, I've had enough. They're all trying to replicate the ones that really work, and I'm not into it. I'm not into Temptation Island. I'm not into, the reject one that they do after Love is Blind. I just don't care. Love is Blind games, all that crap. Once you've de-virginized someone, they go on the reality show, they go on Love is Blind. They're for the most part themselves. They've never been on TV before. And then after the show, they turn weird. They get all this plastic surgery, all this stuff on their face, all the crap, and then they go on these reject shows. And that's where I stop watching because I'm not interested in that because now they have a goal to just be reality stars, and that's not authentic and that's not entertaining to me. So I don't enjoy those type of shows. I'm not saying the Overboard one is like that, but I don't know. They're just trying to make the next big show. That show Age of Attraction with Nick Viall and his wife, Natalie Joy. I'm pretty sure I heard him say that Netflix picked it up for a second season. How? I don't know. This just tells me that there is an audience for everything, and I just don't get it. That show, you couldn't pay me. You couldn't pay me to watch that show. It's so stupid. I'm not watching something that makes no sense. You could tell how old someone is just by looking at them. The premise is silly. I know they're bad hosts. I saw him host the SLOMW reunion. They're not, they're just whatever. It's not working for me. Speaking of people going out and getting shows, Paige and Hannah from Giggly Squad announced on their podcast that they have a new Netflix show coming out, which I don't know how I feel about it. I'm nervous for them. I feel these types of crossovers more than not end up sucking. And it's not because the people suck, it's just these people, if you're in a reality show, you could do a podcast. A podcast is just talking. It's not the same as acting. I mean, we saw it when they try to host things on the red carpet. It bombs. It's terrible because they're not seasoned. They haven't been trained. That's not what they do. So you can't just put someone because they're popular in another setting and think it's just going to work because they're popular. That's why I'm worried about this show. Obviously, I hope it goes well, but I just feel like this with a lot of stuff. With even Kim Kardashian acting, it's like, stop it. Just stop it. Hannah Berner and Paige DeSorbo have an untitled half-hour scripted comedy series for Netflix coming out. The series is produced by Amy Poehler's Paper Kite Productions and Universal Television. Kay Cannon, writer for 30 Rock and the Pitch Perfect series, is co-writing the show and serving as showrunner. The show is set in New York City and will feature the duo as fictionalized versions of themselves, exploring their friendship as ride or dies who help each other navigate life, baggage, and personal growth. See, that just sounds so cheesy to me. I hope they make it work. I really do. I hope Amy Poehler understands what the people want to see. And if I had to bet money, I would say it's going to suck. Only because of it sucks for so many people. It's not about Paige and Hannah. But maybe it's good. Maybe it's good. We'll see. It's a scripted comedy described as Gen Z buddy comedy, not a reality show. The project landed on Netflix as a competitive situation with a scripted series commitment. We'll see. I've seen these things happen so many times. Bethany Frankel with her talk show, bomb. Nick Vile hosting, bomb. His show on Netflix to me is a bomb. I just never see it work out. And they don't have any acting skills. So are they training? This is one of those things that could be amazing or it could just flop. And I would hate for it to flop because it sucks to watch someone get such a great opportunity and then it flops. Amy Poehler's behind it though. They have really good people behind it, so that gives them a fighting chance that it won't flop. So we'll see. I saw The Madison on Paramount with Michelle Pfeiffer, Kirk Douglas. Oh my gosh, I have my entire office watching that series. It's only 6 episodes. It's on Paramount Plus. You can get a special through Roku TV for $2.99 for 2 months. Each month for 2 months. And it's about a show you're going to see in 2026. I was obsessed. It's funny and it's sad and it's witty and it's emotional and it's gorgeous. And Michelle Pfeiffer, 70, she looks crazy amazing. Kurt Russell's as cute as ever. He's just the cutest little face. It's such a good show. The whole entire cast is funny and amazing. I would totally watch that if you haven't seen it already. And then last weekend, I woke up, I think it was Saturday. I was like, oh, you know, when you're in between that phase, you're already caught up on all your shows. There's nothing that you have on the list that you haven't had time to go look. And you're like, okay, I don't know. What do I watch? So I opened up, was it Prime? Regretting You is a film based off a book, a Colleen Hoover book. And the girl from that show Girls, she was in it. She's great, but the worst movie, probably one of the worst movies I've seen. It's so bad. I didn't read the book, so I'm sure the book is better. It's a terrible movie. There's no believability. There's no like emotion. There's no context. There's no background. You left with so many questions and it's not believable. It's terrible. It's a terrible, terrible movie. So don't watch it. Or watch it. Maybe you like it. I don't like it. Kanye West had a concert at the SoFi Stadium in LA. It was pretty cool. How the stage had he was standing on top of a big world. It looked like a world, half a world. He had Lauryn Hill come out. He had a bunch of people with him up there. He still takes himself way too serious. I don't know if he's back on his meds. I know he gave an apology, but he still sounds a little cocky. And the fact that at the end he put on this thing over his face and then he had his ridiculous wife there dressed like an idiot and his kids, and she had to walk off with the kids, and then he waited and walked off alone with this stupid thing over his face. I don't know. It dropped the bullshit. Just go back to the music. He has like such great music. Humble yourself, be normal, stop saying weird things, stop putting shit over your face, stuff like that, and then people like you again. But this act that you're doing is not great. And then I saw that he was headlining something, and the biggest sponsor, Pepsi, pulled out because Kanye is part of it. So they're not on board with him still. He needs to just humble himself. And once his wife starts dressing normal, maybe people will forgive him. Because until then, I want nothing to do with you. You look like a sinister, crazy person to me when you have your wife out here dressing like shit. That's my issue with Kanye. Obviously, everything he said isn't great, but I just think I know he's bipolar. He says it, he is, and he's not taking his meds, and he hasn't crossed the corner to get back to being normal. I mean, he used to be a nice guy. I don't know if you guys remember back in the day. He used to be nice, and then North. He had North upstate on stage with him. I think it was a concert. She's 12 years old. She's up there with black teeth and blue hair, and I don't know. She was in this other stage with a guy, some rapper, I forgot his name. It was pretty rough. It was a rough setting. It was a rough rapper, rough lyrics. It's just awful. What is Kim doing? That is not good parenting. She's 12. I can't even remember when I was 12 to be able to deal with those kind of people and have that kind of eye on me and the public. I don't think it's good for her, but whatever. It's not my kid. I don't think it's great. Blake Lively. Oh my God, Blake Lively. Blake Lively's a clown. I don't care about this case. I do like that the case was dismissed as far as the sexual harassment stuff. She came out with a statement trying to play it off, trying to act like she did prove sexual harassment, but that the other guy's attorney was trying to twist the words and make it sound like the judge didn't see sexual harassment, but he did. She's a dog with a bone. She won't let it go. And I think in the statement, she put a dragon. She put an actual emoji of a dragon. She is delusional. There's something wrong with her. Poor Blake. And I used to like her. I still like her. I don't take these things personally, as you shouldn't. No one should. But she definitely looks like a clown to me now. And I'm glad that she lost in that sense. Chris Brown, speaking of concerts, Chris Brown was on stage and there was a girl. He's gross. You know how he's very sexual on stage, which I don't like. I think he's an amazing dancer. I think he's a huge talent. I love his music. No one can dance like Chris Brown. He is a great entertainer, but obviously he has anger issues. Obviously he has domestic DV issues, and this girl was on his stage and she started licking his face and making out with him, and her husband was in the audience. It's on TikTok. You can go watch it. It's really disturbing. Why would you do that on stage? And I mean, kids go see your concert, I feel, and that's not a great look. And the husband, I'm sure they had a huge fight after. It was kind of crazy. True crime. The Hawaii husband. There's so many husbands trying to off their wives. What is going on? Nobody wants to get a divorce anymore. So Dr. Gerhard Koenig, a Maui anesthesiologist, accused of trying to kill his wife, Ariel Koenig, on an Oahu hiking trail. March 2025 is currently underway in Honolulu as of April. Prosecutors allege that on March 24, 2025, Gerhard pushed his wife toward a cliff, attacked her with a syringe, and struck her with a rock multiple times during a birthday hike on the Palipuka Trail. Ariel Koenig, the wife who filed for divorce and has sought full custody of their two children, testified that her husband attacked her after an argument about her past emotional affair. The son's testimony, the couple's 19-year-old son, Emil, testified that his father confessed to the attack in a FaceTime call shortly afterwards, stating he tried to kill her. Gerhard has pleaded not guilty, claiming he acted in self-defense after his wife allegedly attacked him first with a rock. He testified that he was horrified by the violence but denied trying to kill her. The prosecution presented graphic photos of the victim's head injuries and audio of 911 calls from witnesses who saw the attack. Yeah, he's claiming innocence. Can you imagine having to divorce a man that tried to kill you and going through this trial? And then if he is set free, that's weird. What do you do then? How do you, do co-parenting? Which, I don't know. I mean, how are they going to prove? Other than, so they did have two hikers, two girls I heard screaming, and they saw him hitting her with a rock. But then he's saying it's self-defense. So how can they prove it, These kind of cases drive me crazy because there's no direct, there's no solid 100% that that's what happened. Although that's probably what happened. He did try to kill her. That is such an easy way to try to kill somebody. To go somewhere that has a steep cliff, a drop off. Who's to say they didn't slip and fall? There's no cameras out there. It's just such an easy thing. I mean, I remember how many influencers, when all the selfie stuff and all the social media started popping off, so a lot of people died and got injured from sitting on a balcony or going too far on a cliff, trying to take a selfie, and they lose their balance and they could die. It's pretty nuts what people will do for a stupid photo, but that is such an easy way. I can't imagine how many people have gone hiking and somebody pushes them off and they think they fell and they were murdered because there's no way to prove otherwise. So that's why I don't go hiking. Well, I won't go hiking near a cliff, near something someone can push me off of. So that's your true crime. That's your pop culture. And try the walking and reading. I think you'll enjoy it. If you're a reader, I think you're really going to enjoy it. If you walk outside, you could do it on a treadmill too. You could just, while you hold it. I just think walking outside, and it's interesting because you're looking down at the book you're reading and you're so into it, but because you have peripheral vision, you can see the floor beneath you. I don't even have to look up. I never bump into anything. I don't have to look up. I'm just walking through a neighborhood and it's really easy. It's really fun. I really suggest it. So I'll see you next time for reality recap. Be your best selves. Bye.